Okay, so you've probably seen these nails. They're black with a gray French with bloody drips. So that's what we're going to do today. Hopefully that will work. I've got a couple of different ideas for that. But first I'm going to start out with Straight Up Black from Maniology and Front Page from Maniology. We're going to start with those and then we'll get into the blood, of course. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one coat of black on each of these nails and then French tip them. And then what I'm going to do is the stamp, and then I'm going to do 2 coats of transparent dip. I really like to do that over the top of my painted nails. It helps protect the paint. It keeps it from chipping. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to go ahead and start right here. This may not be overly exciting for anybody, but that's, you know, because this Maniology gives such great coverage with their stamping polish. There's really no reason to go back and do a second coat. So as long as you make sure you've covered everything, there's really no need for it. So I'm just going to do, like I said, 1 coat of black on all of these nails. I specifically got almond shapes for these because I prefer coffin, but it just didn't look right unless it was on almond or round shape. So I went ahead and got some almond. I thought I'd try those. They're not my forte, not my favorite, but I think they'll work just fine. So here we go. All right, so there's our first on that set of nails. Now we'll go over and do this set of nails. Try and make sure they're straight for the most part on their little stands. It helps with the stamping later. I am lucky enough to be going to Salem this week. So I want to have some really spectacular nails. I mean, come on, it's Salem in October, right? So I've got to have some really spectacular eye-catching nails. And these are pretty eye-catching, the ones I've seen. I'm hopeful that I can make it work for me as well. So I've experimented with some other styles, some other things, and I just wasn't liking what I was coming up with. So I decided that this would probably be a winner. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the bloody drip tips. So we should be done with that. And put that over to the side. So like I said, I've got Front Page that as soon as these are dry, I am going to French tip them. And I do have my Maniology French tip plate, which is M052. I'm going to clean this off a little bit. So, yes, I get polish everywhere. Front, back, side, you name it. I get it there. So clean off the back a little bit as well. There we go. Clean my mat off a bit. This dollar mat from the dollar store has been a lifesaver for me because I do these on my desk, which is wood. And, you know, if I had to take acetone to it all the time, I'd totally strip the finish off the wood. And that would make me a very, very unhappy person. So, all right, I got my scraper card. I got my monocle. I don't know whether monocle or ice cube will work better for this. So I'm going to try both. My stand here so it's easier to stamp. And these shouldn't take too long to dry as it's only one coat. So, okay, so I think this set here is ready to go ahead with the front page. So hopefully this will work well. I don't know how well the coverage is going to be on this gray over black. I hope it's good. We're going to start with the pinky. So I'm going to put it on my little cloud over here because it's so much easier for me to work on with a little bit of extra room to do that. So since that's the pinky, obviously we don't need the huge. So we're going to get this tipped up with some front page because this is, just do it very carefully and pop and nope, not good. So I'm gonna get my sticky stamper station and I'm gonna clean that off and we're gonna do it again. Once I get it figured out, it usually works well, but sometimes it'll take me a stamp or two. So, all right. There, much better. Get this extra off here. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put this right on a tip right here. Go. Pretty good. Missed the side. I'm just gonna tap that a little bit. There we go. All right, so that one's looking pretty decent. I can live with that. There, good pickup there. There we go. All right, I'm starting to figure it out. So this would be one where you slow your roll if you're doing doing French tips. Just do a nice slow roll and you get a much better pickup. All right, so not a complete horrible debacle. Okay, there we go. Some nice Frenches there at the end, finally. I could go back over and do some of these others again. So maybe I should because some of them are really bad. And that way they'll look better since I'm starting to maybe figure out what the hell's going on. Yeah, let's try that. Just pull slow and roll. There, much better. There we go. Now here comes the hard part, lining it up. Actually, not as bad as I had thought it might be. It's a little off, but that's okay because it makes it look so much better than it did before. All right. Okay, so we're done with the gray, we're done with the black. Now we're gonna get ready to do the red. And that is where I come into a quandary. I have velveteen from the Box of Night. So I think that's what I'll use. So here we go. Here are our blood drips. And they're French too. So it's going to be the same process. It's going to be being very careful, very slow, and then roll. Slow and then roll. So that we have good, put that over the side, it's kind of dirty. So we get good pickup. All right. We'll use this one. It's pretty clean. Yep. So I'm going to stick with my ice cube. That's been working pretty good. Yeah. All right. So these are dry up here. I can go ahead and do these. So I'm going to start with the bigger red one for the thumb. And then I think, hopefully this red is dark enough. I'm kind of concerned that it won't be, but all we can do is try it, right? That's all we can do is try. And hopefully we get, and if not, then we can, the only other red I've got is just really a straight up cherry bomb red. Okay, good pickup. Let's get all that off of there. And this is where we come into, oops, the question of whether or not this is going to work. Not horrible, not horrible. So I'm going to go ahead and throw sticky top, or my smudge-free base top coat on to set that. And then after I'm all done, I will go ahead and then do my 2 layers of transparent dip to set this. That's what I was kind of afraid of, that it's curved a lot more, but I'm getting the drips, which is the point, right? This is pretty tiny. I think I can go with the smaller drip. Okay. And roll. Clean off. And gotta remember I'm turning it around so that the drops are on the gray. There we go. And some smudge-free top coat right there on that. All right. The middle-sized one. So I'm gonna go back to the bigger one, I think, on this. And roll. There we go. Smaller one again. This is quite, it's going to be awesome when it's done, but it's been quite the challenge for me, I tell you. And I know it's because I wasn't using my stamper correctly to get the, and that's on me. Can't tell there's anything there to get. Yep, there is. So I don't want to take any chances. All right. There we go. I do kind of wish the velveteen was just a little bit darker, but it does work, so. I've noticed that by pushing on my almond tips as hard as I have been, I've got a little nick in my stamper. So just word to the wise, be careful. So I'll have to get another stamp head next time I order. Just fine, they're only $4, but still, you don't want to ruin them on one, the first and only. And I didn't even do that on the one I wanted to. Manicure you've done with it. So I think that was a new stamper head. And so, not anymore, it's not. So, yeah, just be careful because I can see, like I said, a big old thing in the middle of my, or the edge of my stamper where I've been pushing too hard. And why? I have no idea, except that that's just the way I did it. And one more, and we are done with the stamping on this mani. Then I just go in and do my 2 layers of transparent dip. That way it gives it some strength, and it helps make sure that it doesn't chip and all that other fun stuff. So, which I know none of you want to hang around for. There. All right. We have some bloody drippy nails finally. Hey. So hopefully you can see those really well. I don't know if you can or not. But those are really pretty. I mean, I do like the velveteen on it. It gives that blood a little bit of a shimmer. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from all of my mistakes, because there were several. And thank you all, and everybody have a great weekend. Bye.